Hello, everyone. I think it's live. I think we've sorted it out. Um, I'm sorry for the last couple of Sundays for not being here, and I hope you all are well and that a few of you will be here in a little bit. So far, oh, there's somebody here, I guess. Hello, hello. I'm just putting that up there for right now. I have a whole pile of stuff in my way here. Hi, Mary and Lisa and Julie. Hello, guys. Hi, Patricia. First thing I'm going to do is I was cleaning up my table. I'm tired of having stuff all over my table. And these were pieces that I cleaned the jelly plate with, and they're still sticky. So I'm going to Mod Podge them real quick before we do our little journal page. Hi, Kathy and Susan and Mina. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Oh, I forgot to stop my video from bouncing. Just a minute. Let me go do that. Hi, Mindy. I always forget to stop the video from focus, or the camera from focusing. Bring it in one notch too. That little gnat is, oh, I guess he's no more. Just got up. Ooh. Well, I hope it was a good big day, Julie. That's the only hope I have, is that if it was a big day, it was a good one. Hi, Holly. Did I miss anybody, guys? Hi, Tanya and guest. My guest is not coming for just a little while. Shall we leave it as a mystery? I might leave it as a mystery. Although I think if you read the description, you will know the mystery. These things have just been picking up yuck off of my table, so I'm gonna get them covered with some Mod Podge so that they stop. Hint, she's in chat. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, hint, she's in chat. Oh, wow. That was a busy day, Julie. Oh, Holly, I'm so glad. I mean, not that he's off work for a month, but that everything went well. I'm very, very glad to hear that. Thanks for letting us know, because I might not have thought of it. I've been a little brain dead lately. I don't know. Hi, Nancy. Welcome, everybody. Like I said, this is just those pieces where I use the double-sided tape to pick up the stuff on my jelly plate, and then I cover them with Mod Podge, and then let them dry, and then they're not sticky when I want to try to use them, and they're not, and I can put them away, and this makes me a whole lot happier to have them instead of stuck on my table somewhere. Oh. Been out sorting and straightening stash, but hope to sit and fussy cut. Mary, I need to clean up in here. It's just making me crazy. I did finally find the dining room table. Of course, I did hide a lot of stuff to find the dining room table. Only because we had company coming, you know how that goes. hope I haven't missed any. Hi, Teresa. If I've missed anybody, hello. I'm really glad everybody's here. Barbara's not here yet. Barbara's not here, and I'm going to start my little journal page. Somehow you lost 10 minutes. Okay, Barbara's here now. Yes. I just said you weren't here, Barbara. How about that? You're here. You're here. Uh-huh. Because she was going to start her little journal last week when I was not on. So this is my new little journal. And you can remember it's got a bunch of different kinds of papers in it, because that's what I like to play with. I didn't put any painty paper in here this time for some reason. Don't know why, but I didn't. Then I was cleaning up the table, and you would not believe the pile of stuff that I just, had on my table. So that's what I'm going to use. I do too, Mary. I told Lisa it must be that we think alike or something. Of course, she does more weaving than I do, but I've been thinking about building sort of a loom like that to play with. I must have been thinking about it for the last 6 months and just haven't got to it. So it was really good to see her experiment with that cardboard box, because I'm definitely not wanting to spend any money on it, because I won't use a loom. But I really have been wanting to maybe do some little pieces or something. You didn't. Yay, Barbara didn't start. So, okay, well, I'm going to pick a page. I'm going to look at my stuff. Weaving on a cooling rack. That's interesting. Okay, so like I said, there was all this stuff on my table, all of these little pieces that just said, don't throw me away. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But first I have to find a page, because, I don't like to work on the very front page. This butterfly is mighty big for that piece of paper. That's okay. It could stick out. That's the page we're going to use, I've decided. But I thought I had some clips here. My clips have run off. My big clips. Someone probably came and got them and put them in the kitchen. But that's okay. This will work. I just need to weight this side down some so that it's not so poppy. And I need some of this. This is the new mini journal, Mary. I finished the other one. This is a 6 by 9 inch envelope. And Lisa added a flap to hers, and I might do that because I really liked the wraparound flap. So I may go back and add a flap to mine, but for now, this is fine. And this is just like a green piece of graph paper. 6 by 9, yeah. And then I just put we made one, guys, was it 3 weeks ago I made it? Mary, there's actually a video up on exactly how I made it and what I put in it. It's a standalone video. It was posted on a Sunday because I made it in the live stream and then I posted a standalone video. Yeah, Mary, I'll probably add to this one to make it a wraparound. Blonde-headed geisha. Teresa made a blonde-headed geisha. Mandy, you can work on one without sewing it in. I even have something sparkly. Is there something sparkly on my table? Yeah, there's a couple of little. Yep, that was sparkly. Hi, Barb. Hi, Janet, dear. Mary, if I think about it after a while, I'll go fetch that link for the oh, I'm sorry, guys, for the journal. Duh. Told you, brain dead. Oh, cool, Teresa. Oh, what's your cover made with this time? Julie, it's made with a 6 by 9 inch envelope. Is what it's a 6 by 9 inch envelope. It's just a painty envelope. Look, oh, there's my. Thank you, Janet. Okay, so I think we're going to start with this. I really kind of like that. I don't think we need all of it. Okay. There was a a feather. On my table. Julie really liked the sparkly, so maybe we'll put something sparkly on the feather. I don't know about the sparkly. We'll have to think about the sparkly. Kind of don't like that. I'm kind of liking that. Hi, Susie. Well, hello, Mike. I'm doing good, Mike. I've just been off caravanting around, cavorting around. Is that the right word? How are you? Cake rack incorporated into the weaving, or did they figure out a way to make it part of the loom? Hi, Mina. I don't think I said hello to you. Anyways, guys, if I didn't say hello, hello and welcome, welcome. Okay, so if I told you that made me happy just like that, I really like that, just like it is. Might need a word. Boy, that was an easy page. But it also needs ink, don't you think? Well, good, Mike. Hi, Linda. I'm so glad y'all are here. I really appreciate y'all. Okay, what we're going to do is, because I don't want to fight with this a lot, I'm going to glue these pieces together. Like so. Like so. And like so. And lay it off to the side. That way I can ink my page and I can ink the butterfly. And now, which color ink do we want? Hi, Cheryl. Thank you, Janet, dear. Thanks, guys. Well, Mike, we had to come home early. That stupid storm, and we're supposed to get another storm. Well, they don't know yet, but it looks like it could very likely come this direction. So we're very, very likely going to get another storm. So I think we will use the sepia all the way around there. So we had to come home early, and then we had company. So, and I really should be sorted out from all that, but I'm not. I don't know why. I can't seem to accomplish much lately. Seems like I don't accomplish as much as I used to. I don't know if I don't move as fast or if I'm lazier or just what. Yeah, that one it's talking about the ETA is supposed to be it's going to hit South Florida, and then they don't know just yet. We may be going to get we're on one of the spaghettis, so it could come this way. It's getting cooler all the time out in the Gulf, but it's back up to over 80 again today. So, I mean, likely as not, we'll have to turn the air conditioner on in a little while. But, so it's really hard telling what it's going to do. I want to bring that in just a little more. I want it to be kind of a little older. There we go. Boyfriend storm, what? Yep. Yeah. ETA it's supposed to hit South Florida. I think it's kind of working its way today and tomorrow for South Florida, and it's going to run up the coast and bounce back out into the Gulf. And then there's a whole bunch of different predictions. This time of year, it's really hard to say. But we're in one of the little predictions again. So this has just been a really busy year. And I want to do this just a little different. I want more ink on the paper. That's my thing. Okay. There we go. Uh-oh, Mindy's. It's odd that it's Etta and no one knows it's Etta. Estimated time of arrival. Oh, okay. Uh-huh. There you go. That's right. Uh-huh, Mike. Okay. And I can understand why Mindy is rolling her little eyeballs. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to let that hang out and just be off the edge of the page because I like that. Okay, Cheryl's going in the corner. Oh, no. A margarine called Etta. Okay. Too funny. You guys are silly. Okay. All right. So that's on there and it oops, it's crooked. We don't want it crooked. Yeah, well, it's on there, so it's crooked now. Now we're going to put this piece on here. Yeah, I like that. All right. Lots of glue in there. And then we got to try to glue this stuff. Okay. Now, of course, the glue came through that, what do you call this ribbon? This burlap ribbon. It just came right through, so I'm going to not get it all over me. There we go. But I think it needs a word. Don't you guys think it needs a word? Looking for our Holly girl. Cheryl, she's here. You put a pan of brownies in that corner because you figured might get into there. Okay. And cookies for Holly. Okay. Oh, Candy. Hi, Candy. Candy, I've sent you a couple of emails, and I'm not sure you're getting them. So if you get a chance, check your emails from me, okay? There's a fly in here. We got cold weather, then we got hot weather, and the stupid flies are everywhere. Okay, where's my little book with my little words in it? Flies. Words, you think a word would, I think a word needs to be, somewhere on this page, so. Those words are white. I think I have some words on some coffee colored paper somewhere, probably in the other book because this is the one I got. Okay, not sure where the other book is. It's buried in that mess. Oh, and there went my book into the trash can. Okay. So, well, let's see. We have a nice little piece of paper right here. And I actually had a little stamp set that was here a minute ago. I picked it up earlier. What did I do with it? Oh, I love it when I pick up stuff and don't know where I've put them. Okay. We're going to make a decision on a word. Bought new air fresheners for all the vehicles. Your wife was not impressed? Oh, dear. Oh. You answered the last one? Huh, Candy, because I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not getting yours. Oh, my goodness, Mike. I cannot believe that. That's enough. Ugh. Finding scraps for your little journal? Oh, okay. Huh, Kenny, I'm sorry. I don't know. Okay, we have to decide on a word. But I have this cute little stamp set that I think would make cute little words. I've never used it. Don't ask me why. I've never used it. I've had it a long time. Oh, good. They're not apart. You can tell they've never been used. Let's see. Fine font. Thank you. I think he does just try to make her crazy. Yep, Susan, I agree with you. Okay, we got to go for a word here. What kind of a word do we want? I'm looking for a good word for this page. Okay, Lisa's going to move out to the studio. Thank you, Linda, for all those thumbs. Begin. It's a good word. Oh, I like begin. It's the first page. Oh, I just pulled my stamp set apart. If they pulled right off. Okay. That looks like a little chore I'll have to do. Okay, let's see if I can get enough letters. I think I like begin. And it's the first word in our new journal. It's the first page in our new journal, so I think begin will be a good one. I'm hoping these letters will work. B-E-G-I-N. There's the G. B-E-G. I don't have a B. Okay. B-E-G. That's a D. That's a C. There's the B. And some of the letters look like capitals and some of them look like lowercase. So that's another kind of fun thing about this little set. That's what I liked about it when I got it. Don't know why I didn't ever use it, but I know that it's going to be a pain. I'm going to have to find a little box to put it in. Hi, Deborah. The butterflies may be just morphed from the cocoon. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it too. I like, and it's the little feather. Okay, let's I want to use the same ink I used on the edge, I think. We'll see how that goes. If I can spell the word. Let's see. G. I. Oh, that's not how you spell it, is it? Is that right? Or is that wrong? Okay. Oh. I think that's right. Pegin. Yes, that's right. I like how it ends up being all kind of not on the same line kind of thing. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's tear it off and ink it up. Barbara's using it too. Good word, Susan. Begin. Uh-oh, Julie spoke. Plastic bullet boxes? Yes. Oh, that I'll have to see if I've got an empty one, Susan. That's a really good idea. I doubt we have an empty one, but I'll bet you I can come up with one before the end of the week. Oh, yeah. Right there. Yeah, it's a good beginning today, isn't it, Barbara? I like it. I like beginning. Okay. But yes, Susan, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna have to glue a bunch of these back. It's come undone. So I'll have to work on those because I kind of like that little set. I think it's going to get used more than I thought it would at first. Julie, the more tired I am, the more difficult it is to sleep. Oh, I like this page. I really do. I like this page. Okay, so we got to put our John Henry on it here. Not John Henry, but. And so it begins. Oh, Linda, I like that. I like that too. And so it begins. Hi, Mark. Gosh, we haven't seen you in a long time. Okay, I'm going to put the date on it. I think I'll put it over here. Today is November 8th. Right? Is that right? Yes, 8th. 11 8. That 8 looks funny. 8-2020. And so let me bring it in close so you can see it. I really like how it came out. Susie, I hope I said hello to you. That's as close as we get, guys. There you go. How about that? That came out cute. I like how that came out. You can catch up. Okay, Kathy. Oh, oh dear, Kathy. That figures, doesn't it? Okay, let's see here. We got to clean up this little mess. I think we will get an envelope out to put all that little mess in. Yeah, it's not too busy. It's amazing what you can do with the stuff that you end up saving from the garbage can. Because all of this was, you know, stuff that I better put that safety pin together before it sticks me. It's just stuff on my table. This, I love this. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet, but it's cute. Thanks, Benny. And hello, everyone. Lisa has gone to the studio. Lisa is going to be my guest today. What the deal is, last week when we were on together, she had seen Heather Crafter do sort of a new kind of technique on the jelly plate that we haven't played with, and used some paints that we haven't played with, but that both of us actually have. Mary calls those sprockets. Yes, that was actually off my bug book. Mike, are you still here? Because I don't think you've been around lately, and I don't think you saw where the bug book ended up going to. But the book I took my bug prints out of is what that little sprockets were off of. Okay. I'm trying to clean up. You're still here. Okay, give me just a minute, Mike. Don't go running off. I want to show you my bug book. And I'll be right back, guys. I got to go to the other room to get it. I had it out. I have to show Mike this book because he said, you're not going to go anywhere? Oh, okay. That sounds good. I got to fix them. Can't see anything. It's too small. There we go. Maybe one in. Sorry, guys. Don't mean to give you crazy headache. There we go. Can't honestly say I've seen its end. Okay. That's what I was thinking, is that you didn't see what it looked like. Because Mike made the comment that, you know, most women don't like bugs. Well, I don't like bugs unless they're, you know, flat and in a book. That is what it kind of ended up looking like. It's got bugs everywhere. And as you turn the pages, there are more and more bugs all the way down in there. You can even see down, there we go, down in there. Uh-oh. Susan's clearing a pile away. Okay. Well, Cheryl, I just kept digging hole further and further down in there. And I just kept adding bugs in there till it got to the holes where it had to widen back out again. There's some little holes, and then it gets bigger. And then towards the back, see, you had to have an entrance for the bugs. So the bugs came in right there. See, and it's chewed out completely towards the back. I really like these guys laying there looking like the bugs have gotten to them. And that was it. But I knew Mike had seen the beginning and I wanted to show him the end. So, and there's Miss Lisa. Just a minute.
Hello.
Hello. I don't have my headset on yet, dear. So hold on just a minute so that I don't make it sound too bad. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to make you big, Lisa. I wanted to see your page.
Well, let me bring my camera down a little bit. I took the, I just put a piece of lace. It was this kind of a page. Looked just like this on the other side. And I just put a piece of lace and then a little bit of this out of a book, you know, and some coffee dyed paper and a jelly print and some butterflies. And then I took the dedication page out of a book Hannah gave me that was messed up that she said I could take the words out of. The dedication says, "For the old who were children of their past, for the young who are their own best hope for the future."
Oh, that's lovely. Yes, Mike, that's true. And when my son sees it, you know, when I'm dead and gone and my son is having to go through all my stuff, he's going to look at it and think, I knew she was crazy, but I think she really lost it that time. But I do like how this one came out. So
I do too. I do too.
Did you remember
I
to
love
date
the word?
Yeah, I do too. It's perfect word. Did you remember to date yours, dear?
I did.
Oh, good.
Right there.
All right. Yep. Okay, she's good. All right.
I'm good. I have to show y'all what I made.
wait. I got
some avocado dyeing of papers, and there was a lot of juice left, so I just stuck this in it, and all the pages are not, you know, done completely. They didn't go all the way to the middle or whatever, but I think it's fun. I have no idea what I'm going to do in it, but
it's adorable.
But anyway, I thought it was cute. I'm not a big composition book person anyway, but I thought it might be fun to do doodles in or something. I don't know. But I just wanted to use my extra avocado stuff. So, and it sits really cute.
I agree.
Just like that. That might be all its whole job. I don't know. Probably not.
Well, you never know. It could be that. You know, I got something yesterday. I said, well, you know, Jeff, I just don't know. I'm not sure how exactly I would use that. And he said, oh, well, just get it. It'll be in your garage sale in a couple of years.
There you go. You need to put us both back up.
Okay. Well, actually, I was thinking that maybe you might want to kind of explain. I did, guys, in the description box of this video, there is a link to the video that Lisa sent me about the process of sort of what we're going to do. So I'm gonna make you. Well, you want
I
to just
think it's
sort of
fine like this.
okay,
Um,
kind of explain what it is.
we have, papers from old magazines and maybe old books or or old music papers or things, but they're not good to jelly print on because they stick to the plate, or they tear real easy, or whatever. And or like this old dictionary, these pages are really brittle. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and this method that I saw Heather Crafter do, she got it from this Jelly Arts video that Tanya's linked below. And what you're doing basically is you're collaging down some of these papers onto cardstock, or I've got a focus thing. I'll just continue to talk while I try to fix it. You collage them down to this cardstock type paper, so it's sturdy, and you put your matte medium or your Mod Podge or whatever over it, so they're protected. And then you use a really fluid acrylics. Now the people from Jelly Arts used golden open acrylics, but what we're going to use are the fluid acrylics. And okay, let's see if it's going to do. I don't know. I can't tell if that's helping or not. Okay, I think it is. Okay, we're going to use these golden fluid acrylics because they're really translucent, and so you can see through them, especially if you put on a light coat. But they also stay wet longer than the regular craft paint that we use. And so we're going to use these. You can use them through stencils, or you can use other mark making tools, the kinds of things you would normally do, except you're wanting really thin coats that you're going to print on top of these collages, so that it's like being able to jelly print on these fragile papers that you can't normally use. So, ooh, you got some big ones.
Well, back when I bought these, and I didn't find them all. I don't think I only have a couple more. I got this one the other day. I got these and I'm sure I've got a yellow. That's the thing. Because these are the colors that were. I read an article. These were the colors that you could mix best, and I'll find them before tomorrow night and have them. These, Mike, I got at Dick Blick. Um,
These
back
I got at Michael's because they were having
right,
them on buy one get one 50% off last week.
right. And I got this one at Joann's the other day because I had a 50% off coupon. These are kind of pricey, and so you want to get them when they don't have the big ones. Dick Blick had the big ones, and I honestly think I paid about for these what this was.
Yeah. Well, the big ones at Michael's are $25.
Right. And
some of them a little bit more. So I just got small ones.
yeah. I think that I paid $8 or $9 a piece for these. And I may be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that that's about all it was. But it's also been years since I got them.
Yeah. No, it's not a pouring paint, Julie. It's just a translucent, more liquidy paint.
Yeah, it's very translucent.
Pouring paints have something in them to make cells and stuff appear, and these don't have that. They're just thin acrylic paints.
Okay. So you can see right through that. It's just a fluid. It's much thinner. It's kind of like it's got a lot of liquid matte medium in it.
Yeah, I was going to say another thing that you could do if you don't have these, that I think I haven't tried it, but I'll try it when we're doing this tomorrow night. I'll mix up a little bit, is to use glazing medium or matte medium or something like that to thin down regular, like heavy body acrylic paints that are
Right.
are mostly pigment, and the craft paints I'm not sure if it'll work as good on or not, um but something that you can thin down with that clear medium and try to make them more transparent might work.
Okay, Candy, I will double check it when we get off of here tonight. Hi, Sherry. I don't know that I said hello before. Barbara has some very good points. Whenever she has an extra Michael's coupon, she gets an additional golden, but she doesn't like it as much on the jelly plate, and I can totally understand why. At the same time, she says, then again, a really thin layer of it on the jelly plate tints everything, and that can be very cool. And that's a big part of it, is the fact that this is so thin when you put it down that you end up with this see-through look.
These are some that I did without anything collaged under them, but it's this kind of a method that we're going to do, and if there was something under this you would be able to see it. Anyway, that's the some of the jelly prints I used on my Bible study video this morning were these, that where I was just playing with it on the plate. So
right. And so today our plan is to do the collages that we have to have dry to do what we're going to do tomorrow night on Lisa's channel when we actually use the jelly plate.
And Julie, I don't know if that would work or not, because the flow medium is specifically to make those cells and things appear. But if it didn't do what we're trying to do, I bet it would still be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't ever thought to try that, but of course I'm not sure if I actually have any of the flow medium. I did some with the silicone. I put some of the silicone and glue in regular craft paints and poured like that, and I got the cells, and it was real pretty and everything back when Hannah and I were doing paint pouring. But anyway, I think it would be fun. I think you should try it and let us see what it does.
Show us pictures. Hi, Janice.
Hi, Janice.
Anyway, so we have cardstock. I have some cream colored cardstock I'm going to try.
Yeah, I got these 3 kinds I'm going to try.
Oh, you're going to try some of the brown? I was afraid that the pinks wouldn't really show up much on the browns.
I think so too. So I'm only going to do a couple of those. But maybe with my leftover stuff, I don't care about as much. But I did want to try it and see. Mm-hmm. I think blues might be pretty on there, but I just don't know.
Yeah. I have book papers. I have some craft paper. I have some music paper, but I also grabbed a few pieces of this because I thought that might be a good idea. Fun to add into the collage to.
Yeah, I'm going to grab some of that too. That's a good idea.
I also thought I'm going to try, because you guys know how I am about these, I'm going to try some of the security envelopes. So I'm going to do a couple of collages with that, which will give it a totally different look than the book papers. Hi, Riri.
Hi, Ray. Riri. I'm not sure how you say it, but we're happy you're here.
It is ease, isn't it? I can't see. Yeah.
Yeah, it is ease, and I think you're right. I think it just came out of my mouth.
Oh, Amazon, you can get 10 colors for $34. That's not bad.
That's really good, actually.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Mike, stop enabling.
Yeah, I'm not going to Amazon. Stop. I'm trying to be good, y'all. Starting yesterday.
Lisa and I are trying to be good, and we're supposed to be each other's what do we call that?
Encourager or
Encourager
accountability
or
partner.
accountability person. Yes. Uh-huh. The other thing that
Oh,
I
he's
have.
even putting in a link.
Woo!
Oh, thanks, Mike.
Mm-hmm. Another
Everybody else
thing
thanks you, I'm sure.
I have is this. It's called mica. It's iron oxide, but it's got mica
Ooh,
powders in it. Okay,
yeah.
and it's got some little bit of speckles, and I don't know the article I had read and the article I was going to play with, and I probably have it somewhere still. Um, for some reason, they used this when they mixed colors, and I can't tell you why. Okay, so
Teresa says it's no spend December, not no spend November, so we're safe. Well, I need no spend November, December, January, February, March. I need no spend for quite a while.
and Julie says it's we're supposed to be each other's conscience. And Mina, we're getting ready to collage some papers um, for a project that Lisa and I are going to do together. We're going to collage the papers today, and then tomorrow night we're going to jelly print on them. And we're going to use these fluid golden acrylic paints. And because it's something that Heather Crafter had seen and showed, and
And of course, hers turned out lovely.
we're going to try to dye wool with them.
Dye wood.
Wool.
No
He
wood.
said no. He said wood. Oh,
Yeah.
ooh. Okay.
I
See
think
that?
it'll be easier to dye wood with them than to dye wool with them.
Yes, I agree, and I think that might be very interesting, Mike.
Yep, yep, yep. You need to post some pictures, Mike.
Sherry says it's a good thing she doesn't have an Amazon account. Okay, let's see what we're gonna do. One of the first things I want to do is I want to use my. You guys know this. Oh, and Lisa, you're going to use your collage medium mixture kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't have very much mixed. So, and I have a ton of matte medium, and you guys know I don't like matte medium. I have decided I don't like it. And I believe I have another whole bottle. No, that's gloss medium.
I probably should get mine out and use it because I know I have some. That's probably a good idea.
My thought is on this particular project, we're going to put paint over it.
Yeah.
So I probably, okay, but why do I not have more? Oh, there it is. It's just hiding. I knew I had 2 bottles. This one's not full, but I do have 2 bottles of it. The other thing I was going to ask you, Lisa, I noticed that in the Jelly Arts thing, forgive me, I purchased. Oh, I like that, Barbara.
We're not committing anyone else to this project. You're welcome to join us if you want, but we're not expecting everybody to. We're just trying to do it ourselves.
Yeah. And the question I was going to have is, because Heather really only put stuff or in the Jelly Arts, she only put a few things on here and there. I get that because then it leaves white background and empty background, that kind of thing. But you must have to put this stuff all the way across, because otherwise you're not going to get an even texture when you start picking it up with the thing, right?
I think that would make sense. I don't remember it one way or the other when I wasn't paying attention to that when I watched the video, so I don't know what they did, but that does make sense to me.
Yeah. Hi, Denise. Yes,
Hi,
Teresa.
Denise.
I'm glad that I'm very lucky too. I agree with you. Yep, they are just ideas that you can choose to do or not to do, and maybe give you a different idea. So
Okay, let me see if
anyway,
I can find Matte Medium.
you guys know I love these things. So I am going to do some collage stuff with these things, and
I have almost a whole jar.
I'll, and see, that's what I decided. I would just use the matte medium because I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay, I need
So,
to put out.
and since I don't like it, if I use it, then I have used it and I won't feel so bad. And we're gonna put paint over it because one of the things I don't like about it is I don't like it to touch it.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't like working with it either, but anyways, so I'm going to start with my book medians, margins. They're margins. They're not medians. They're margins. And I'm just going to make sort of a collage thing with them. Don't know what it's going to look like. It's got some words on it.
Look at this. It's very goopy.
Oh, dear.
It doesn't ever get used. And I seriously think I bought it like 5 years ago when I first started mixed media stuff. So we'll see if it even works.
The bottle I have is probably older than this bottle. Is probably older than that. But I bought that second bottle when I was getting ready to go off on my trip, thinking that I really wanted it, and realized that I didn't like it. So but you see how I'm putting this down not everywhere? That's how the video had done it. I don't know if that's going to be what we like or not. So they make glow in the dark ones too. Oh, and Cheryl uses gloves. I would probably dislike the gloves more than I dislike the texture of the matte medium. I really don't like it on my fingers, so it's, and I don't, the other doesn't bother me at all. So it's really weird that this bothers me so much.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
Woo!
That ink is running
Uh-huh.
from that old recipe.
Oh, and that is another reason why I don't like matte medium.
Yeah.
It very likely would not have run had you been using your Mod Podge. That's just one of the things I've noticed, that the Mod Podge does not make ink run like the matte medium does. Mike's gonna make wood glow because they have glow in the dark ones.
Okay. That sounds interesting. That bottle will make a good spare Mod Podge mixture bottle. You're right, Julie.
Oh, yes, and that's what I have my Mod Podge in, is a Liquitex bottle. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to use the matte medium today, because I am almost out of Mod Podge mixed up, and I was going to have to go mix some more up, and I just was being lazy. Just so y'all know, that's pure laziness.
Well, it's also being a good steward of the things that you have.
Maybe. We'll see.
Unless we hate it, and then then it's a mistake.
Yeah, I think though once we put the paint over it, it will be, fine.
Yeah. Okay. Look at that. That is like
Ooh.
Disney music.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Julie, one of the reasons I really dislike the matte medium is that it just makes things run. Magazine pages, magazine ink that shouldn't run, runs. All kinds of things run. Okay, so that is how I'm going to leave my first page. Just like that.
I think that's really cool. I need to get some of those out and do that because I like that. This is how I'm leaving my first page.
Okay.
And I don't know where I'm going to set these things.
Well, and I will tell you another thing about that medium is that it takes way longer to dry than Mod Podge. Those will still be wet tonight when I go to bed.
I may change my mind about
Yeah.
using that.
But that's another thing about it is it seems to take much longer to dry.
Yeah.
So, okay, let's. You didn't notice it bleeding on the napkins. I don't know that I have ever used it on the napkins, but use matte medium as a top coat, use Mod Podge to apply your art, then use the matte medium so that the pages don't stick together. Riri, I use a mixture of Mod Podge and Elmer's Glue All, and I'm not having any trouble anymore having the pages stick together. The glue in this pretty much eliminates that problem. And that way you don't have to coat them twice, that kind of thing. I use about a half, but it has to be Elmer's Glue All. You want to make sure you don't get school glue. And Lisa, you're at 6 tomorrow night?
Yes, at 6 tomorrow night.
Okay, I may have a little trouble getting there at 6, but I'll be there as soon as I can get there.
That's fine.
Okay. I figured as much, but
I can do other things first.
Okay. But I should be pretty close to being ready by then. I just gotta. I'm planning leftovers. I'm cooking tonight so that I can have leftovers tomorrow. Julie says she finally made some Mod Podge. I think it's Mod Podge mixture, and just loves it. So now that paint dried pretty quick when I put it on with my finger. I'm surprised at that because it's dry. But last time I stuck a book page to the an old book page to my jelly plate. I was cleaning my jelly plate because it decided it was really going to stay on there. And you thought that was busy, Lisa? Look at this one.
I love those songs.
Mm-hmm. I do too. Okay. We've got bookkeeper down here too.
This is really stretching me just to not go all the way to the edge.
Oh dear.
Kind of silly, but true.
No, not silly. That's just you. Yeah, Riri, about okay, I put when I use this bottle and I don't measure, I just pour. I put about half Mod Podge, half the Elmer's glue all, and then I usually have to add just a tiny bit of water to it because my Mod Podge gets kind of thick. I buy that great big huge container of Mod Podge, and it'll thicken up. So I just kind of I add maybe a teaspoon or maybe a tablespoon sometimes. Okay, Barbara. Barbara's gonna be back in a few. Um,
Alrighty.
and that just helps me to get um, enough liquidy, make it thin enough to work with. Is the real thing. That's another thing I like is that it's a little thicker than this stuff. This stuff is real watery, and
Yeah, it really is.
and when you go to it, it just soaks into your paper. It's just like sometimes you go ooh. So Spotlight sells the big pots of Mod Podge. The next thing will be whether or not I have enough stencils that I like to go to do this.
Yeah, I'm worried about that. I haven't gone through mine to see what I've got, but I've decided we could use mark making tools.
Yes, I was going to
And
say they used my favorite mark making tool, which is that it's a scraper that scrapes lawns. So
yeah, yeah.
that was oh, and I did not get any mixed media paper out because I thought really and truly it's you're going to have the surface covered with matte medium, so it really won't matter. You could kind of
Yeah.
put it on any paper.
I didn't get any
Okay.
out either, just because I couldn't get to it.
Cheryl, I wouldn't put glycerin in it instead of water. I would question whether or not that would change the composition of the Mod Podge. That would be I would be concerned about that. Um, I, Bye, Holly. Oh,
Okay.
she's gonna be back, but she gotta feed that boy.
He needs it.
Yep, he sure does. Um, Glycerin has its own things, and I don't know how it would behave. I don't know over time if it would create what do I want to say? Yellowing, for one. That would be a big concern. Um, so I wouldn't mix a whole big bottle and then try to use it. I would Mix a small amount and see what happens. And then maybe leave some pieces in the sun just to see where they what they did, how they behaved. Okay, another thing I am having trouble with is not running some of this off the edge. So
Yeah.
I'm going to put some off the edge because you know me.
I think that's a great idea.
And I got that one on there crooked, which is going to make me irritable. We'll just kind of make it kind of.
Okay, where's my dictionary paper? Need something dark for.
Yeah, that would be my. Oh, Julie, I have this very, 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 very. I'll show you. It's one of those things that everyone in the world should know about. It's called double stick tape. I take double stick tape and stick it on my table and then stick it down. It's not stuck everywhere, but it's stuck most places. Here, see, you can see it where I just pulled the paper apart, but that's why. Because mine curled. She asked about my craft mat not curling up.
Oh, yeah.
Because I
have mine duct taped down to a board.
Yeah.
So I just pick the board up and stick it on the table when I want to use it.
Well, and mine just stays there, so I just leave it there for everything.
I think I'm overdoing it here, I think, but I like to go off the edge thing, so I'm going off the edge in 3 places.
Oh, well, I've got it going off the edge in 4 or 5, but
okay, good.
I will tell you, this is kind of fun.
It is fun.
This part is kind of fun
because you don't have to think about it. You just put stuff down.
Yeah, you just stick stuff down. Now we're using very neutral colors, and I think that you could put. Oh, Julie, don't be. I thought about gluing it down, but double-sided tape worked better. You could use like scraps of scrapbook paper, I would think.
I would think so too. I think that the colors you put on might not show up as much, is the reason I chose to use neutral colors. I do have a little bit of color going into mine. I've got a few things that have some blue words or something, but it's very minimal.
Well, and that's the thing. I thought that the neutral colors would probably show everything up more.
Yeah.
The other thing is, Julie, every so often my arm pushes on this corner down here and it's pretty bent up. So every so often I have to take this thing off and take the double stick tape off and turn it the other side so that it folds back down. But it's probably been on here this way for at least 8 months. 6-8 months easy. Okay, so I want to try some security envelopes. So I need to pull some of them out and see. I want the lighter colored ones though, I think. Well, and that's true, Cheryl. My dad used to say there is no bad question, only the one you don't ask. That's the only silly question, is the one you don't ask. What else have we got? Lisa's just working away. She's not talking.
Sorry.
Oh, Julie got $99 for that thing of 10 paints. And
Oh my goodness.
That's more like what I would have expected it to be.
Yeah, me too. At least according to the Michaels prices, it would be
Right.
that much.
Right. All right. I think we need a third.
Sorry, you didn't get the same kind of deal Mike got.
Oh, it's Julie, and see their prices, everything is way higher there.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Okay, we're going to see what we can do with this. We're just going to put some glue down and see where we go. Oh, that's pretty, Lisa. The different colors of the...
Yeah, I like having different colors of stuff. Okay, I gotta take a minute and reassess where I can lay more papers. I was thinking that they would dry pretty quick and I could hang them up because with the glue they would.
Yep.
And so,
well, you still might be able to hang them up. I just don't know how.
Yeah, well, I'll check and see if any of them feel like their corner's dry enough to do that, but when I tried to scoot them over, they still felt pretty wet.
Yep.
Well, there's one that I didn't get a very big coat on, so I think I can hang it.
Yeah, I put all my floor sheets down, so because I kind of figured this was gonna be one of those kind of things.
Yeah. Well, the coat that I put over the whole page is thin, and so I am finding corners where I can hang them up, so that's good.
Matisse has a fluid paint. Huh. And see, because I've not used these, I haven't looked into anything else. I mean, I've had these forever and ever. I just haven't used them. So,
the only one I've ever used is a nickel azul gold, that because I saw Heather using it a long time ago. I've had it for a while and use it once in a while. But the other ones I haven't used. I mean, I just bought them, so.
Yeah. Well, I might have used these just for, paint for something, but not in any real. Okay, that one does pretty good. Let's put that in the water.
I'm trying on this craft paper to only put light colors.
Matisse is easier to find. Well, there you go. That's You're trying to avoid putting your brush in the water?
Are you talking to me or someone else?
You.
I haven't put my brush in the water yet.
Well, I just did because I knew it was starting to get gooey at the top of it.
Yeah. It might be a good idea, but I haven't done it.
Mm-hmm. Every so often, you know. Kind of got to do that. Oh. Okay. Rag. I did remember to get my nice wet rag. Because I don't know about you, but I'm making a mess on my table.
I am too.
Okay.
I didn't remember to get my rag, but I do have baby wipes right here, so I'm using those.
Okay. I'm going to put the security envelope stuff onto a cream color piece because I think they will have a different kind of, yeah. We're going to see. Oh, and did you notice they used deli paper quite a bit to pull the paint out of the stencil?
Yeah, I did.
I need to make sure I have that out tomorrow.
Me too. That's some. I haven't got it out yet, but I definitely plan on it because I think that is really key.
Mm-hmm. Oh, how fun, Barbara. Well, mine is underneath the table, so it's not like I can't get it easily enough, but
yeah, well, mine's hiding underneath some stuff, back behind some stuff. I really, really, really should be doing all kinds of things besides this. I should be cleaning stuff.
Oh, yep. Like I said, I cleaned off the dining room table. Jeffrey was so proud of me. The only problem was is all I did was hide stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't really. I did clean pretty well a bunch of things. I put a bunch of stuff in its proper homes. So, oh, I need some more pieces, I guess. Come on. While our friends were here, they wanted to fix hamburgers one night for us, you know. But Jeff said, well, you know, I've got the grill already out. You don't need to get your grill out. We can just use mine. Not a big deal. So Jeff and Steve were going to grill the hamburgers. And, you know, with our time, the way the light does right now, by the time it was 5:30, it was pitch black out there. And they couldn't see the meat to cook it. So Jeff this morning is out there trying to figure out the stupid wiring. And he said, those wires out there are just awful. He said, I hate to say this, but I don't think I can do it. And I said, well, we got to call the electrician for the stuff that doesn't work since the storm. So I would guess that they'll just have to do that too. And he says, yeah, well, you know how much that's going to cost? I said, yeah, but it's got to get done. Especially, he said the wires are just dry rotted. It's just like awful. And I'm like, well, I don't really want you messing with it anyway. So
yeah.
Like, okay. He does enough. He doesn't need to get electrocuted.
So how many of these are we planning on doing? Because I could just go on and on as long as I find a place to lay them.
I don't know. I mean, once we go to jelly plating, we're going to want quite a few. I've only got 4 finished. So you and your speedy little Gonzalez hands, I don't know. So fast, guys. I don't know how
Sorry.
she just zips right into things. I
Speedy
would,
Gonzalez.
yeah, Speedy Gonzalez.
I used to love that cartoon. Arriba, arriba.
The other one I love is
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, goodness. Those were the days.
Those
We
were
didn't
good.
know how carefree they were, did we?
No, and we didn't know what good cartoons were, did we?
No.
Paint description says pouring fluid. There again, Julie, it's hard to tell because this new pouring paint is really different than these acrylic fluids, and so Barbara says, Kathy says, if you have to read chat once in a while, Kathy says, Lisa, I was watching you closely for a minute there and wanted to say, just lay it down. Apparently, you were trying to choose.
I was hesitating. I'm sure. See, I'm not always Speedy Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, emphasis and enthusiasm is a really good thing. But Julie, I just don't know. I honestly, and since we've never done this technique before, it's hard telling whether or not it's going to be something that we like. But I think it will.
Yeah, we're counting on it since we're making all these paint. Of course, we can use them for something else.
Oh yeah, yeah. The big thing is, and I think if it were me, and I did not have, and I didn't have fluid paint, I would mix my own paint. Let's see what I've got. There's the other one I think I have. No, that's Ultra Gloss. Okay. Okay, this will do. This kind of paint will do, but craft paint would work too. If you take paint, okay, and you put matte medium in it, and you mix it up. Might not be enough. There's my piece of paper that I use.
Mostly matte medium and a little bit of paint.
Yeah, and I kind of mostly paint. I think I'm going to have to go for. I think I'm going to have to go for more matte medium, but yeah, see, it's still a little dense. Okay.
Hi, Sana.
Hi, Sana. Don't you all like my mixing technique?
Oh, yeah. Beautimus.
Okay. Now you notice that it lightened the purple a little bit, but that's what happens. You end up with a more transparent paint. And it, rather than trying to buy a whole bunch of fancy paint, I mean, I had this. Lisa got some on special, but to try this, if I didn't have that, I would mix paint.
I would too. In fact, I thought about doing that instead of, but then she told me those were on sale.
Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to have to do something with all that paint. So, let's see. What have I got? I got some of this. Oh, no, I know what I've got. I actually got this out to roll my brayer on tomorrow. So Oh, I gotta clean up my hands first, though, guys. I cannot stand that. Enabling. So much for no spend November, right, Lisa?
No, I got those. Well, maybe it was in November, but it was barely. And I hadn't made that decision at that point.
Yeah, she hadn't decided. Yeah. Okay, so
After I bought those and those inks, that's when I decided this has got to stop. So,
I'm just gonna pick up some of this and put it on there. See, and just use this. I'm just gonna use it up this way. I'm just gonna, because I will jelly print over these later. Now, I will tell you that this kind of paint like that is not going to dry as fast as your craft paint. But I don't see any reason why you couldn't mix matte medium into the craft paint too. So, you know, it's just, I just picked something really dense, and the craft paint's even thinner. And if you use that paint from Dollar Tree and mixed matte medium in it, I think you would find that you ended up with a very fluid acrylic paint. It's already pretty fluid.
That's true. It is.
Yeah. So
if you happen to have it, it would be a good choice.
Now I just got to split this all, because we can't waste that paint that I put all over there.
No.
I do kind of like these papers I'm making, though. They're kind of cool. Hi, Denise. We're making a mess.
That's true. That's what we're doing.
Susan is back. Could you please explain to her what we're doing? I have to go to the other side of the room to put these papers down.
Yeah, we are. We're putting papers down onto cardstock that it would usually be too fragile or would stick to a jelly plate, so you wouldn't normally jelly plate with them. And we're putting them down onto this cardstock, and then we're going to use a really fluid paint tomorrow night on my live stream, and we're gonna jelly print on them. You want something that is kind of transparent, and you'll notice these are the paints that we're going to use. That you can see the lines through it. What Golden does is they put these lines, they print them on there, and then they actually take the paint and swatch across it, so you can see what it really looks like. And so you can see that it's translucent, and so these papers will show up. So we, in essence, we're going to be jelly printing on papers we wouldn't normally be able to jelly print on.
Right, because the last time we put book paper on our jelly plate, we both had a mess.
Yes.
This paper just disintegrates when you have it on your jelly plate. And Lisa, I'm running out of room, which is no big deal, because I'll break out another big piece of paper. But okay, so put that back under there. I knew I was going to need, when I was cleaning up to get my table ready for today and tomorrow, I knew I was going to need brayer paper, so I left some on the table. And Denise, there is, and everybody else in Kaiser Craft Paint is perfect. Oh, cool. Great. Julie found something that'll be perfect.
Yay.
What was I going to say?
In the
description box is a Jelly Arts video that is close to what we're doing.
They use a different kind of paint than we're using, but other than that, it's what we're planning to do pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, I needed this. And boy, are you covering up all your white paper.
I'm covering more than I should probably, but I am. There is still white space on that, Tanya.
Well, I was trying to really, really leave paper, and I was like, no, it's really hard not to just put stuff everywhere.
Well, if we were jelly printing on these papers,
yeah,
the whole thing would be paper. So,
right. Oh, and Julie says it's cheap, so
even better.
well, but Julie, 4 colors is a lot. When you start jelly printing, it's amazing what 4 colors will do for you.
Yeah, because if you think about it, each piece is a separate thing, and 4 colors is quite a bit to put on one piece. So
yeah, so
and on each page you could highlight a different color and use the other ones just as accents, and so that would make them look, even more different.
Okay, I want
Well, this matte medium sticks to your fingers like nobody's business.
Oh, that's why I don't like it. It's just, irritating to me. Okay, I could just put those down as a whole sheet too. That might be interesting.
Yeah, I think it would be.
I might put one of those on just because I tried a jelly plate on this and it was a mess. It is funny what will work and what won't work.
Yeah.
So. Okay. I'm going to just have a whole sheet because I think that might be interesting. When did you do a signature? Do you make your pages a 1/4 inch smaller? When you do a signature, do you make your pages a 1/4 inch smaller all the way around? It all depends on the book I'm making, Teresa. But usually I make them almost the same height as my covers, top to bottom, and then about a 1/4 inch smaller on the right side. Wouldn't you say that's about?
Yeah, I tend to do a little more because if I want it to hide inside there, I want to be able to really hide inside there.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't care, and that's different. But if I care about it, I want it to really hide. So, so I would make mine a 1/4 inch on all 3 sides. Now, one side is going to be, in your spine, but
yeah.
The other 3 sides, I would leave a 1/4 inch all the way around, and that would make me happy. But I know some people leave 1/8 of an inch, and they're happy with that. So you kind of have to decide for yourself what you like.
Right. Susan says you can buy gallons of glaze, and she's right, in the paint store. And glaze is actually used to make paint translucent. So, oh, you know what? No, that's gloss medium and varnish, not glaze. But she's right. They use a lot of glaze in faux finishes now, and that would work very well. I think the whole real big. Okay, what is that? Ew, that's some kind of goo. Oh, it's in my brush. Okay. Well, luckily I'm going to cover that up. It's coming out of my brush. It's some kind of black goo.
Yuck.
Don't like that. But one of the big things I think that's happening by collaging these down is that we're going over the surface of it, protecting the surface of the paper. So I suppose I could just, I wouldn't have to matte medium this to anything else because it's still reasonably sturdy as long as the matte medium was on both sides of it. But I think protecting it by putting it on another piece of paper was the whole idea of this whole kind of thing, and then going over it using the transparent paint. That is brittle paper, yes. I think she just said hi and slid on up the chat, Mike. She was only here for a second, or I didn't see her say much more. Okay. I got bubbles under there.
Sonda lives in Finland, Mike.
Yeah.
Somebody, so I don't know what time it is where she's at. What time she has to be here. I'm not good at figuring that stuff out.
Oh, it's hard enough figuring it out within the United States.
Yeah.
I have a new bead customer that's from Hawaii, and the other day I needed to message her, and I was like, I don't want to message this poor girl in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Okay. That is another thing that's happening. I'm getting bubbles, which I don't like.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting some wrinkles for sure.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm not going to fight with it. I'm just going to leave it be and just ignore it.
Okay. Because, I'm hanging up some more that have dry corners so I can lay the ones down that have wet corners.
Yep. Well, I've got both my fans on because it was so warm in here today. I was like, oh, I don't really want to turn the air conditioner on.
No, that's a good idea. I don't have a fan, so I either have my air conditioner on or I don't have anything. Right now, I don't have anything.
A world clock app on the phone helps. There you go, Susie. Okay, where did it go? Somebody said something about it might be cool on napkins, and it just slid right on by, so I don't know who said it. I can't see who said it anyways. Sherry said it. It might also be cool on napkins, and especially like napkins that have a lot of white space on them, where when you go to put your paint on, you end up with, oh my wonder.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm thinking,
yeah.
Where did I put those napkins you sent me?
Did I send you?
You sent me a black and white one, remember?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
I got to think about where I put that.
Andrea's here. Hi, Andrea.
Hi, Andrea. Oh, there's some more sniffles hiding in the. Oh no, never mind.
You're curious if you don't like the matte medium, you are just using it to finish it, or was it required for this? Here's the deal, Julie, is that by using the matte medium to glue stuff down today, we're going to go over it with paint, and if we go over it with paint, then we have used our matte medium in and we're using it up because we don't really like it, because I've got an awful lot of matte medium because I bought way too much matte medium, and that way it gets used instead of sitting here And we're going to go over it with paint. So there again, it gets altered, so we will like it better. And both of us had some that we really should use because sometimes things get old and go bad. Oh, I think the Mod Podge would work just as well for this. Oh, that's a cool napkin.
This is actually tissue paper.
Okay.
That I got in that box that I won from Tommy. I think you won one too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I decided I hadn't figured out a way that I was going to use it yet, so this would be fun. And I've been doing all of them up and down, but I decided to do this one this way so I could put a bigger piece on it.
Kittens in a tissue paper vat. Have no idea what that means, but you know.
Oh, it sounds like that's a Kitten Academy thing.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So
I won't worry about
I really should watch that just because I don't, and everybody talks about it all the time. But
well, yeah, but do I have time to do that? Nope. So
no, I don't either. I have too many other things I really want to watch that I don't have time for.
That I don't have time for. So now
and I like kittens. It's not that I don't like kittens. It's just other things have priority for me.
Well, that's it. And and by the time I sit down, if I was just watching kittens, I probably would go to sleep, just like I fall asleep on your channel. Just makes me so angry.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. It got hold of you.
I guess, Tanya, if it helps you sleep, I'm doing something good for you.
There you go. But it makes me so irritated at myself when I'm watching you and I'm listening and I'm enjoying myself, and then all of a sudden I realize I just woke up. So irritating.
Well, I have to admit, I wish there was anything that I could watch that would do that to me. I can't go to sleep unless it's dark and quiet. My husband can sleep in the living room with everything going on, and the kids could probably play video games, and he could sleep right there in his recliner, no problem. And I can barely sleep in my bed. So,
well, that's how Jeff is. Yep, just says, I think I'll take a nap now, and he closes his eyes and he's sound asleep.
Yep.
Look, I'm almost out of this. Oh, I do too. Now he's not as good as he used to be. Used to be he could lay down in the bed and say, I'm going to sleep now, and 5 seconds later he was out cold. Now it takes about 2 minutes. Oops. Oh, I have an idea.
Andrea says the kitties always lift her spirits, and that's good.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. All right. See, I left a lot of white space, Lisa.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
I did. I left a whole bunch of white space.
I'll try to do better, but it's hard.
This is the best mushroom soup you've ever had. Breaking my arm, congratulating myself. Cool. Do you know that I just recently read about something called a mushroom plant? Okay, well, let me put this away, and then I'll come back and tell you all about it, because I may have to go get one. There's a woman here in Pensacola that out of her yard. She grows, and she has a license for growing and selling. But she grows edible landscaping. Okay. And I've gone and gotten a few different plants from her before. And she has garden plants as well. You know, like right now she's got the brassicas, cabbage, and broccoli and all that stuff because right now we can plant that still. But the other day she had something listed as a mushroom plant. And I thought, okay, so I've never called it a mushroom plant. When we grew up in Michigan, they had mushrooms all over the place and mushroom farms, but they grew mushrooms. They didn't call it a mushroom plant. So
Right.
I looked it up on the internet, and it's actually a green plant. It's a perennial plant, and it grows like mushrooms. Like it tastes like mushrooms. It doesn't grow like mushrooms. It's a green plant, just like basil is a green plant, but it tastes like mushrooms. So that sounds really cool to me because I use a lot of mushrooms. So I'll probably have to go get one of those. But you use it like you would use a herb. Okay, I want to see, because this paper sometimes turns transparent when you glue it down. So I want to see what happens when I glue it down. I'm trying to do some different papers to see what happens. Julie says she's really glad you're showing us this because she was disappointed with see-through paint. See? And
you have a way to use it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you, I had a tube. Okay, this tube of Jot acrylic. This is Dollar Tree paint, but this is an old Dollar Tree paint. And I wouldn't buy it again because you can go to Walmart and get a better deal on paint. But this paint was so transparent that everything you put it on you could see right through it. So I don't know if they still have any like this, because I know that the tubes they have now are bigger. I don't know what it's like. But that paint from Dollar Tree might be, it might be good too instead of the fluid acrylics. There's only one way to find out, and I don't have a time. I'm not going to Dollar Tree, so sorry about that, gang. I'll have to do it another time. Okay, so this paper, the reason I pulled it out is it is so thin that when you glue it down, you see the words from the other side. So I thought I would glue this to a piece of. Now this, I have used this, I think, on the jelly plate by itself. It's awfully thin though, so we'll just see how it works. Hi, Joan. Yeah, it's a mushroom tasting herb. Oh, thank you, Susan. That's the I can never say those words.
Sorry, I'm not where I can even look at it.
That's all right. It's scrolled up now.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I don't need to.
Having the white space on the collage part, since the main point is to be able to gel print on the fragile papers. Julie, Dollar Tree's website is really weird if you ask me. They do not have what I expect them to have as far as information and being able to buy stuff. It's very weird on their website. But they're sort of a discount store, and they sort of sometimes sell stuff that is, what shall I call it? Overruns from other places and stuff like that. So I don't know if that's why the website is so weird, but okay.
I don't think it's a big deal to have the white space. I
Yeah,
think they just did that so you could see the difference between what the paint looks like on the paper and on over the papers that you're putting down. But since we are going to cover our paper, our page in paint, we thought it might look cool to have white space where it's just paint and not papers. But I don't think it makes a bit of difference one way or the other. I think you could completely cover your papers and do the same thing, and it would be great.
right.
And I may do a few of those pages.
Well, and that's why I'm just trying some whole pages just to see,
Yeah.
what will happen. And then, like I said, this paper is like when you get it totally wet, the printing from the back side will come through. Oh, I got it on there crooked, so that's the way it's going to be. Crooked it is. And it's not sticking. If I didn't want it to dry, when I don't want it to dry, it dries real fast. When I want it to dry, it doesn't want to. So that's just the way it's going to behave, I guess. Mike's going to do something. Gotta drag my wife to Menards. Oh, Jeff and I are going to Lowe's tomorrow afternoon. I've got a whole list of stuff I want. So he's working on another what do you call that? Garden box for me, and he needs to trim the steps back just a little bit. Went to do that and realized that the runners that hold the steps are totally rotted out. So, needless to say, he's got to totally rebuild the steps, which is not going to be a fun project. But so he's got to go get some lumber and stuff tomorrow, and I want some cinder blocks, and somebody said they had it's the plant that tea comes from. And they had them in the garden center, which is kind of unusual. So I thought I would go see what they had and see what I could get. And I can't remember what else I want because I've got a whole list. Stevia. Stevia is a good herb. No, Teresa, stevia is not. Do they have that at Lowe's? Mike said she has a whole list of stuff too. Coincidence, uh-huh. It's a big box home improvement store. Actually, here Menards is like Home Depot, and actually I like Menards better than any of them, honestly. Lowe's is the ladies' store because it's more decorator stuff. Home Depot is more the guys' store because it's more the actual hardware stuff. That's what my husband says. But Lowe's will give him a veteran's discount on his lumber, and Home Depot will not. So he started going to Lowe's a lot more often than he goes to Home Depot. Yes, I like Menards a lot better, but we don't have Menards down here. When I needed brass for the top of my work table, my bead table, I couldn't get any down here, so I had to get it in South Dakota. I looked everywhere down here.
Okay. Oh, Susan's down to 3% on her battery, and her daughter called.
Uh-oh.
Good. You need to talk to the daughter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's kind of what it is, Julie. They have paint, they have, lumber. I don't care what's on her list as long as it don't cause me work. Oh, yeah. Well, mine always cause Jeffrey work. That's all there is to it. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, our Lowe's and Home Depot are right next to each other. They're across the street from one another. Okay, I love this button on this piece, so I think we're gonna do this button. And we're gonna do this, and then we need some. Let's start with that. Yeah, Julie, that's about what these are. Can tell about the battery, didn't she? Oh. Yeah, Kathy, I don't really like clothes that much, but like I said, Jeff has started going there more because every time he turns around, whatever he wants at Home Depot, they won't give him his discount on. And we've been finding that Lowe's is darn near the same prices. It's not more expensive. So the fact that he gets his discount means that basically then we don't have to pay tax. As we get a discount that covers the tax is how it works. Dang, I like today's little journal page. I'm having so much fun with that little journal.
Okay, now to pick this up.
What was all those papers? Oh,
well, I got some doilies and some lined papers, coffee dyed, avocado dyed, and then a little bit of something else to cover up a messed up spot. So that one is one that's going to be completely covered.
Yes, Kathy. Today it was. I did the first page today. I was gone off on my trip, and then when I got back, I don't know. I was just I'll tell you all frankly, I was in a foul mood. I don't know what it was. And so I didn't stream for 2 Sundays. I was a very bad girl and did not stream for 2 Sundays. And then, so we just started our little journal today. And I just picked a page I liked that went with the stuff I had on my table because I just was using the junk off my table.
I think that's one of the things I really like about it the most is that I just have a little patch of stuff and I just find stuff in there and I don't have to think about what I'm going to do. I just look through that little box and that's what I'm going to do.
And that's it. You just use that stuff. And
yeah, once in a while I take old stuff out of it and add some new scraps from something else and
right. And I mean I might pick up a piece like this off my table and I just stuck that in there and okay, so that's part of my little journal page now if I've done that. And
yeah.
So
okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay.
I don't think we have anything dry enough to actually do anything today, do we?
No, I don't think so.
I think we're going to have to leave it until tomorrow. I mean, we could go on and do something different. If you think
That's
we've got
true.
all, if you think we've got all that we're going to use.
I don't know. I don't know how many we'll use. Sometimes I jelly print and I do 25 or 30. Sometimes I jelly print and I get 6. So,
Yeah, see, that's the problem. You never know. And I usually get way more than what I got on the floor so far. But that
well,
doesn't
and then
mean that,
since we've got a background already, we don't have to make backgrounds. So I think it'll go faster.
right. Oh, yeah, I think so. I think we're going to use more papers than we think. Oh, I love that little W. And I'm not thinking of these as whole pieces either. I'm sort of thinking of these as using them like pieces to cut up for,
Like we would use any jelly print.
right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I hadn't really thought about it. I guess I'm going at it as if it's a page when I'm putting this stuff down, sort of. But it's not something that I'm like, oh, this is going to be a great page. You know, it's just for this stage, I'm looking at them like they're pages.
Yeah, yeah, and then but then I'm thinking about, they'll cut up to tags and,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
we could think of them kind of like master boards, I think.
Yes, that's kind of how I was looking at them. Um so that. Kathy doesn't mind missing a foul mood. No, you didn't miss a thing, Kathy. I was absent. I was absentee.
She keeps her foul moods to herself.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't really foul. It was just more, I don't know, funk.
I don't want to.
Yeah, it was a I don't wanna. It was a funk. It was, I don't know. It was weird. Okay, this is fun though. Just so y'all know, this is fun. Even if I didn't do anything more with these are fun.
Yeah, they are. I'm enjoying it too. And I
And
know that I would use them for something if we didn't jelly print on them, but
right, right. It's like, okay, I really like this. This is cool. But I like the cream on the white better than I think I like the cream on the cream. I'm not sure.
yeah.
Um, the old book page. I'm doing some of both just because I want to be sure that that's how I feel about it in the end. Okay, this one, okay, is the first one I did. The surface of it to touch is reasonably dry, but you can tell that the paper is still, the cardstock is still wet underneath it. I
Yeah.
mean, I probably, like you, could hang them up, or I can at least sit them elsewhere. But
But you couldn't put anything on top of them yet.
no, well, you might be able to jelly print on it, but it's going to be awfully damp. I'd be afraid I'd rip it.
Yeah.
Is
Okay.
Spotlight. Susan feels so sorry for Mike because he has to wait for his wife. Poor baby. My husband does not go into Hobby Lobby and Joanne's with me. He will take me there. Our Joanne's is now in a shopping center that honestly I don't like to go to by myself after dark. I will, but if I don't have to, I don't. So if we're stopping like on the way home from having dinner with mom or something, he just waits in the car. He's learned to wait on me after this many years. He just waits. Poor man.
I found that napkin.
You did? Oh, that one. Yeah, I want to put one of those down too. Kathy's only got 2 more cards. Time for her to get back to work. Yeah, one of those men hate going there shops. Yep. Like Jeff says, there's nothing in that store for him. He finds nothing of interest in that store. So,
which store is that?
Joanne's and Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Now, the day I had my tooth worked on, he went in Hobby Lobby with me because I told him I thought I was a little bit, unsteady. He went in there with me. Then he left me alone. I don't know. He's not very smart leaving his sedated wife alone in Hobby Lobby. But he did.
Well, obviously you looked more together than you thought.
Apparently I was way more together than I thought. Oh dear. Yeah, because he went off and left me in the art department all by myself. Which I thought, I'm going to sneeze now. Oh, that book dust is always makes me sneeze. Oof. Except the long-suffering ones. Oh, funny. Okay. Those long-suffering, those poor men. He likes to go in Dollar Tree. Not all the time, but he does like to go in Dollar Tree. So he will go in there. Okay, we're just going to start and see where it goes. Okay. Well, I have room to hang up 2 more and then spaces to lay, well, 1 more. So I can make 3 more. Aha! She's got a limit here.
If I don't, they're going to just stick to something. Well, I guess I could leave one sitting here.
Yes, but then we can't do anything else.
That's true.
What will we do then? Ugh. Sometimes this stuff that's another thing I like about the Mod Podge better, I think, is I don't think it buckles stuff as badly.
Well, this certainly does.
Yes, this buckles stuff terribly. So that may be something that we notice when we when we start jelly plating,
Yeah.
because there will be texture on our papers that we wouldn't normally have.
Oh, Mike, you're missing out.
Oh golly. Yeah, Jeff likes to go into Dollar Tree because they have cleaners he likes. He likes Awesome, and I can't remember what the other one is. There's a citrus cleaner that he likes to get. Now, I can get actually a better deal on Awesome at Ollie's, but I don't need any for a long time. So when we first moved into the house, the laundry room floor is one of the few floors that Jeff didn't sand to tarnation. It's linoleum, and he left that floor to me. And I tried everything to get it clean. I could not get that floor clean. It was terrible. And I finally, my uncle said, Tanya, have you ever tried Awesome? And then I said, no. He said, well, you got to go to Dollar General. He said, you got to go to Dollar General. And I don't usually go to Dollar General to get it. You can't get it anywhere else. Well, you can. Dollar Tree has it and Ollie's has it. It's yellow, and you want the yellow one. You don't want the orange one. But the stuff, I'm not kidding. If you spray it on something that's dirty, that is, and you spray it on full strength, you can watch the dirt kind of come off of it. Lowe's has it also. Yeah, Teresa. Cleaners at Menards. Doesn't. I don't like to go to Tractor Supply. That Tractor Supply and I just don't get along very well. But that Awesome, I had tried bleach. I had tried everything under the sun to get the filth off of that floor in there, and I could not get the floor to come clean. It was terrible. And I was on my hands and knees scrubbing, 2 square blocks of it every couple of days trying to get it clean, and I just couldn't get it clean. And that Awesome, just like I had cleaned these areas with bleach and vinegar and all sorts of products, and I come in there and sprayed that Awesome on there, and it just lifted it out of the floor. It was just amazing. Oh, that's a pretty cool thing. Is that Numbers?
Yeah, they're off of this out of this daybook, that insurance daybook that has recipes in it.
Uh-huh.
So it's, I guess, put your time schedule on there. But anyway, that whoever had that book put recipes in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just thought it'd be fun to just put the numbers.
Yeah. Teresa, I got it in a gallon jugs at Ollie's when I was doing the floor. And, especially if you're cleaning something else, you don't use it straight. So, oops. Okay, come on now. Okay, I got another one.
Yay.
Yay! Simple Grain will do that too. I had tried Simple Grain. Yes, mean green. Yeah, it'll strip wood. Um, Here, enzyme cleaner is earthworm. That's the sauce. White counter. Oh. Hmm. That's interesting, Riri. Um, okay, I gotta find some place to put this one. Okay, let's see here. Paint dry. Not dry enough. Okay. I didn't get out any napkins. I need to get out a napkin because I think that would be really cool. Oh, that's pretty, Lisa.
Thanks. I'm liking it.
Thank you, Janet. Thumbs are always appreciated. Ugh. I think the tea fairy is outside, and I may have to go get some tea. Okay, let's see. I really want a napkin, but I don't want to use the same one Lisa used. I like that you went back and put that napkin in there, though, because I was thinking, you know what I have? I have some, well, but you could easily just do those. I have some black and white scrapbook papers, but you might as well just use them. There's no reason to collage them down.
Yeah.
Necessarily. Oh, good. Barbara's posted her page for today. And guys, if you're doing little journal pages, make sure you post them. I'm going to go see if I can reach down a napkin and pick up some papers where I have more room to put more out. Those will work. Pick those up.
Okay. I feel like that's too, I don't know, like something should be in there somewhere.
I'm coming. I'm across the room picking up a napkin.
All righty.
I'm coming. Oh.
Bye, Mike.
Bye, Mike. Have fun shopping. Okay, let's see. Where? Let me make you big. Well, why is my look?
It's fine. I mean, it doesn't have to be big, but I just feel like that I need something else there that's a weird shape and it's too big.
Okay, but honey, remember that we're painting over this. So right now, if you may not want to add anything more, because when you paint over it, the stencil might be right there, and then down the road you might need to add something to it.
Okay.
Don't you think?
I think that's as good an answer as any.
Okay. All right. And I got this napkin.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's got multiple colors. It's gray and tan and all that kind of stuff. And so I think that it's what I'm going to try as a napkin.
That'll be great. I like it. Okay, see, I can hang one more up and then I'm done.
Riri, are you like in Michigan maybe? I think Giants used to be in Michigan. I'm not sure. Teresa says, oh, I have one of those. Yay. Well, when I put it down, part of it will be upside down, but that's okay. Because like I said, if this is a masterboard kind of thing, it does not want to come apart. I was thinking that Giants used to be in there when in Michigan, but Kathy says no, so we don't have them here. I know that. At least I've never seen one. Of course, one of my favorite stores is Piggly Wiggly, and we don't have those here anymore. I found them in North Alabama, but not here. I'll tell you what, this napkin is really stuck to that second layer. And I don't know, but the top is much thicker than the second layer. It's okay. Oh, wait. And I think I'm going to put that on the piece of paper because it's got some interesting shadows. So we may just put that one down too. Let's see what we got here. Okay, Julie. Oh, I did that just for you, Andrea. You didn't know that I did that just for you? I did it just for you. Okay. This little napkin just fits on there. It's a little bit hanging off, but not much. So. Yep. Okay. Ooh, a tater tot casserole. I like tater tot casserole. Haven't fixed that in a long time, but I don't know what she's doing. She's wiggling a lot, but
I'm trying to find these.
Well, oh, your margins?
Yeah, and I kept hitting my table, so sorry.
No, I just was trying to figure out what you were doing. I looked up and you weren't there, you know. So I wasn't sure. I was like, what is she doing? And she's so busy. And see, that's why she gets so much done. Is I talk and talk and talk, and Lisa just gets her done. How's that go? Get her done? Get her done.
Get her done.
Uh-huh. You know, he's from South Dakota.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
It's funny how sticky this stuff is, but it feels, when you put your papers down on it, it feels like they're on water. It doesn't feel like they're on anything sticky.
Yeah, I agree.
No, they slide around and...
I fibbed. He's from Nebraska.
Oh, you fibbed?
I fibbed. Yep, I fibbed. My brain fibbed. It told me that he was from South Dakota, and I remembered it. No, he's from Nebraska. So now let's see if I can get this napkin down without tearing it. Because that's one thing I usually have problems with this. I'm not sure how long he's down. Woo! He's going to be down a while, I would guess. Okay, we're going to very gently try to cover this up. And try not to tear it, because now here's the thing, it's like that's a lot of print and stuff when we go to start doing stuff over the top of it, but we'll find out, won't we?
Yep.
It's kind of busy. And then we're going to jelly plate over it, which is going to make it even more busy.
That one's, well, it is where it's going to be.
It is what it is. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, don't try to move it. It just rips it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's that one. I just have to go across the room to lay them out anymore, though. I've used up all my close spots. Did you hear my floor jingle when I walk now?
But why is it jingling?
That was one of the things that was on the dining room table was my trays of short glass rods.
Oh,
And they're kind of in the way. So the other day I stacked them on top of the kiln, and they kind of rattle when I'm walking. So it's okay, but we just don't want to move real fast.
yeah. I can hear that.
Yep. Okay, let's see here. I think I'm going to try it and see what happens. This has quite a lot of shadow in it, so we're going to see if it shows when we put it down. Oh, Riri's in Virginia, but they don't have those stores. She just knows about them, I guess. Ask a question, Tanya, and then don't look up at chat to find out the answer.
Well, they understand. It's easy to be distracted by your stuffs.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can get this down. Oops, come on now. Let's not be misbehaving. Did that black and white one have a good ghost print on it, Lisa?
It was very faint, but it was there.
Did you use it? I didn't pay attention.
No, I haven't used it yet. I just set it aside.
Because I'll tell you what, look at how much is showing on this one.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Well, maybe if I can find it, I'll try it and see.
Well, I think what I'm going to do is do this, and then I'm going to put some margins into it, too.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, I just tore it. That figures. Be more careful, Tanya. Put your glasses on so you can see
what I'm doing here. I've got my thing completely out of frame.
Oh. And I wasn't looking, so.
I just put it where it was easy for me. I wasn't even paying attention to the fact nobody could see. It's like
when you're doing a napkin, especially with this stuff, you want to be careful because it will tear it. I've already torn it a couple of places. Okay, let's put some margins down. We'll definitely put a margin or something. We'll put this piece right here over that spot that I tore. Oop, be careful, don't tear it worse.
Okay.
Very pretty paper pattern. That's kind of like saying Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. All right.
I need some more down at the bottom. All right, we'll use this. I've got a little bit of music, so I'll have a little bit of words. And put that up there.
For some reason, a little bit of music sounded like a good plan.
Yeah, well, it's just little bits, but I think I'm going to add another one because I do kind of like that. Or two. Kind of like adding some washi tape or something.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Well, you know, the paint doesn't stick to washi tape very well. This would be another way to use washi tape. I would think if you collaged it underneath.
Yeah. That would be fun, actually, probably. Okay. Well, there's what it looks like.
That's pretty. What is the orangey? Is that your avocado?
Yeah. The blue is the butterfly PT and the pink is the avocado. And as soon as I can find my package of Butterfly PT, I'm going to send you some. But somewhere, it's somewhere. I'll put it up.
Hi, Patty. Well, actually, we are kind of working on a specific project. We are making some background pieces, and in the description box, there is sort of a video from Jelly Arts, but we're making backgrounds out of papers that are just a little too fragile to be jelly printed on. And the plan is that we made the papers today, and they'll be dry by tomorrow night when Lisa has her live stream, and we will be doing our jelly printing on them using this kind of fluid acrylics where the paint is transparent. That making it so that you can see the background through the paint. It's sort of an experiment, but we knew we had to have the papers dry to do this, so that's why we're doing the papers today. There, Lisa, how about that for washi tape?
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Now, the thing of it is about washi tape is that washi tape, and I just got that crooked. Can I take it off? Yes, I can. Washi tape is kind of plasticky on top, so you know, it's not going to let the paint stick very well, but if you put matte medium over it, it should.
That's what I'm thinking. It should work, but we'll know for sure tomorrow night, won't we?
Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow night. Did I answer Patty's question? Sounds like a fun experiment. Okay, so apparently I answered it well enough.
We're glad you're here, Patty. And if you want to come over to my channel tomorrow night, we will.
Oh, yeah.
You can see how it works out.
Can somebody please pop in Lisa's channel in case Patty? I don't know if Patty knows. But Lisa and I stream together quite a bit, Patty. So that's we switch channels back and forth. Excuse me. Dang, I have a tickle. Yeah, isn't that I think it's a Reflections washi tape, Julie. Reflections comes from Michaels. I'm pretty sure. Rayon seam binding.
That will be interesting.
Seam binding in general and bias binding. Of course, you could jelly print on bias binding without too much trouble.
Yeah.
Thank you, Andrea. Recollections, not reflections. And Teresa posted Lisa's channel. Thank you, Teresa. Patty, been around for a while. You two make a great team. Oh, thank you, Patty. I just didn't. Oh, just let her rip. I think I remember. Sorry about that, dear, but I'm glad you have it and you know it. I really like that one.
You just didn't used to have Patty on your name.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got it now. Because you're on our list as Just Let Her Rip.
Yeah. I think that's.
Yeah, I just saw that. I was thinking, Just Let Her Rip. Now that sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to try some washi tape. I thought I was through, but I'm going to do one more. I'll find a place to lay it. see if I
You
can.
know, I like this one just like it is. I may not want to paint on it.
Oh, well, I can understand that.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to remember where I found that napkin now so I can see if I can find the,
Yeah, I might just have
There it is.
to copy that before, scan it and copy it before I do paint on this piece.
That's a good idea. Well, here is the shadow print of that
Was
napkin.
that other one? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think I like it like this.
Hi, Malaya. And I am out
Hi,
of
Malaya.
and Jeff's outside, so I may have to make you big and go get some tea.
Okay, that's fine.
I'll do that in just a second. I gotta lay this one down. Okay. I clean up my plate, my table, and then go get some tea. But I'm gonna make Lisa big for a few minutes, guys, and then once I finish cleaning up the table, I'm gonna go get some tea. My tea boy is outside.
Uh-oh.
I had somebody tell me that they heard someone else call her husband the tea boy, or he brought her tea and said the tea boy brought you tea, and I was like, my tea fairy.
Yeah. I can't remember who it was I heard say that, but
Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back.
all righty.
Although the tea fairy, I think, just came in, but he's probably got dirty hands, so I'll have to get my own. I'll be right back.
Okay. My husband doesn't know tea fairies are a thing, and so I have to get my own tea all the time. Of course, a lot of times he's at work when we're doing this, so. This is the shadow print, or the layer behind the one that I did earlier. We call it a shadow print. I don't know. Okay, boy, I got a lot of extra glue everywhere. I'll get it all over me if I don't wipe up some of it. I'm really trying to use this up. Okay, I'm going to find some washi tape real quick that I think will work. Okay, where did I put that lovely washi tape? There it is. So I knew I put it somewhere safe. At least I can find it this time. Usually when I put stuff somewhere safe, I can't ever find it. Okay, I'm going to use some of these. And then there's one in this Bo Bunny set that I think will go with it because it's black and white. If I can get this open. I haven't opened it yet, so it's something I found at the thrift store. I'm not going to keep it in here, so I don't know why I'm trying to do this gently. Let's just get in here. Okay, there's one, and there's one. Okay, get those out of the way. I know I'm not going to use those.
I hope you couldn't hear him.
No.
Oh, good, because he's grumpy and he used some bad word.
Nope, I didn't hear him.
He didn't bring me any tea, but he finished shelling all the pecans we picked up in Alabama.
All right.
So he brought me a snack.
Uh-oh.
I just have to.
Now, these are the good ones, right? Not the dirty ones.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. These are the finished ones. The one I ate the other day that tasted like dirt was the one that he hadn't finished shelling them. He was just he had cracked them, and they were kind of half shelled kind of thing in the bowl, but he hadn't finished shelling them, so the stuff was still caught down in these little spots. And I ate it, and you were right, it tasted like dirt.
Well, I thought it was funny. You kind of laughed at me, and mm-hmm. That's what happens.
Yep. That's what happens. I should never laugh at anybody. Never. So, okay. Well, let's see what I want to do. I'm going to do another one while Lisa plays with her washi tape. That's pretty.
This is one of the ones you sent me. And it is pretty. I love it.
Oh, it's in the 80s here today. I know that if it doesn't cool off pretty quick, we're going to have to turn the air conditioner on to sleep tonight.
Yeah. It's supposed to be in the 80s here today. I don't know what temperature it actually is at the moment, but
I'm kind of looking at my pages trying to decide what I want to. You know what I want to do? I want to make one just like I made all of the pages for when I did the lap book. Okay. Which means I'm not going to leave any white space.
Okay.
All my white space.
Well, I've done a couple with, or two, or three, or some odd amount like that with no white space.
That's pretty, Lisa.
I like it. I thank you for inspiring me to do it.
I think that would be a fun way to make master boards and just cut it up after the fact.
Yeah.
Probably use my Mod Podge instead of this matte medium.
Right. And, for sure.
Yeah.
Whatever's left of this, it may go in the trash. I'm not enjoying this experience, but
what, the washi tape, or
no, the Liquitex matte medium experience.
Oh, well, I keep it too, though, because I do know that you can thin paint with it to make the paint transparent, and that is another way to look at it.
I have a glazing medium
that you like to use instead.
Yeah. For one thing, it's not as runny and gluey as this.
Yep, I agree. Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to decide if I want to go ahead and use. I think those have sets of 3, so I'm going to go ahead and make these sets of 3 too.
What is a master board? Susie, it is a collaged piece that sometimes people copy and use to cut up and make things like tags and other stuff. So they make one big sheet and then they cut it up and use it in pieces. So it's a big piece and then you cut it. And basically, anytime you make a big sheet with stuff all over it, am I explaining this well, Lisa? I don't know that I
As
am.
good as I could explain it for sure.
So in other words, what our pieces will be tomorrow, especially after we put the paint on them, will really essentially be masterboards.
And yeah, and I think part of the thing is like when you used to make print copies of things, you had a master.
Yes.
And you ran your copies from that master.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that's kind of where it came from. You're making this board that you love that you can use in a lot of different ways or over and over and over again. And it's your master board because usually it ends up being thicker than just paper. And then you copy it or whatever and use it, to make other things.
Yeah.
They don't usually get just used like they are unless you cut it up and use it for other things. And so
just put that one on upside down. That's not helpful.
Okay. I think I like this.
But
one.
what we are doing here in making these to paint over, we're just kind of making these collage things that then we're going to put different layers of paint over it. So I guess that's really what we're doing is making masterboards. I don't know how I would explain that. Yeah, a lot of people make them from scraps, Malaya. I agree. They take their scraps, they make these big sheets, and then they cut them up to make tags and we're all complaining about the matte medium and Barbara likes the matte medium. See, so you really have to decide what you do like though and use the products that you like because
that's why there's so many choices.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
So everybody can have what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you have to go through some you don't like to find what you do like.
Yeah. And I'm not doing too bad with this today, but normally it gets on my fingers and I just, it's a despise thing. I just despise it.
Yeah, well, I've been trying to, over and over and over, I've had to try to take it off my fingers for that very reason.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I'm going to see if I can find a space to put one more and do one more since you're still working.
Okay.
Oh. Well, that's not going to work.
Okay, what is a flow book? Honestly, from what I have seen, most people call that is one that you can take the papers out of so that you can use them. And so they're like put in with elastic and you can pull them out and use them in other projects.
And it comes from a magazine called Flow.
Right.
That is full of papers that you can take out and use. And that's why you hear people call them flow journals or flow-ish journals sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're making something like those Flow magazines. Malay is making a ton of those right now.
What, the flow books?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Um, and sometimes people's like trade flow books because it'll be stuff that you have that maybe you're not using, and it's something fun to send to somebody in the mail, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and sometimes when you trade them, they get some of your stuff and you get some of their stuff, so you each have more stuff than you had before, but not really have more stuff. Does that make sense? You have more.
Oh, that was that
stuff.
was good. I liked that explanation. It was very, very good. Oh, that was a good one. Okay. hmm You get more stuff, but you have more, but you don't have more stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was long. That was hard.
Well, it made sense in my head.
Well, it was good. I liked it. Okay, so
Okay. I said I
if
was
you
going to
love
make one
paper,
more.
it's a great way to get rid of some and collect new ones, and that's very true, Malaya. And you have new stuff, and sometimes the new stuff is um it gives you ideas. Sometimes having new stuff is a jolt for you.
Inspiring.
Yes,
Yeah.
inspires you. Okay. It requires glasses to see whether or not that piece is right side up. I need one more piece up there. Yep. Rosemary started the flowish crazy. Except that I think she started it after the magazine came out. So, it was kind of inspired. She was inspired by the magazine, I think.
Yeah, I think that's true. And I'm sure she would say the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I think we need some. Oh, yep. I put my brush away too soon.
Uh-oh.
Well, look at this. Let me just here. Let me just do this. It'll be easier. I put some margin there and some margin there, a little margin there, but I have none up there.
Oh, yeah. You got to fix that.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
That can't be. That can't be.
Riri says, "Yum, paper." She just loves it. Yum, yum, paper.
I agree.
Aunt Beck had a flow journal swap, and I think I remember when she did that. I'm not sure I do, but I think I do.
Yeah. I remember that she did, I think. I mean, I think it was her, but I wasn't part of that one. Too many fun things to do and not enough time to do them all.
That's right. That's how I feel lately. Okay, so we got to have a little bit more goo, because if we don't have goo, we can't get this stuff to stick. Okay, and I think I want this right in here. This one needs to be right here. Okay. I need some numbers. Yep. I need this number, and it can go there, right there.
Okay.
What's the matter? Can't find spot pieces to finish it?
Yeah, oh, I put my French, I was going, where did I put those French papers? Well, I put them up because I thought I was through. But I
Oh.
need one of them.
Dang, I have this tickle this afternoon that is not being nice.
I'm sorry. I know
Well,
from personal experience that is no fun.
yeah, Jeff has got all stopped up because the guy behind us is burning leaves like crazy.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, that's what he's, was fussing about.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him.
Me either. I do not. Okay, okay, now I'm happy with it. I'll show it to you.
Oh, that.
Yeah, see, now it has more stuff that goes all over.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Much more balanced.
Oh, Holly, that was sweet of her, wasn't it? Julie said she made her masterboard on large package cardboard backings. You get the paper packs you buy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I have made masterboards on 12 by 12 scrapbook paper that I don't like. I love doing this kind of thing on that paper, and then you can cut it up into postcards and all sorts of things. So that always makes me happy. I've got to go find a spot to put this in.
I don't think I like those numbers right next to the other numbers. I wasn't thinking very well.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to cover them up with something else.
Julie, I don't know. I might even have a piece or two of that laying around. I'll go look in just a second as soon as I clean up my placemat. Especially for us, 12 by 12 paper is perfect for postcards because you can cut them 4 by 6, and it makes really nice postcards. And then a lot of the scrapbook paper that I don't like has got a white back. It's not double-sided, and it might be paper that I got at the thrift store. So it wasn't something that I grabbed necessarily on because I really liked it. Oh, that stuff is awful.
Sometimes you look at those things at the thrift store and there's like 6 papers in there you really like, and you think, well, it's only, $1, and there might be more in there I like, but I can see these and know I like them, and so you go ahead and grab it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you like half of it, and half of it you don't like.
Yeah, and Riri, it's kind of like Franken paper. That's masterboards. Franken paper is kind of a masterboard in some respects. I don't know. I don't often go in and sew mine.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think when that Franken paper thing started, people were sewing them, and now people are using the same thing, but they're not always sewing them. But that was why it was called that to begin with, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah,
because
I think
of the
so.
stitching.
Because of the stitching. Teresa says the half you don't like can be put into Happy Mail. I'm just gonna go see.
That's true.
I think I actually. I think I actually have a project started with that kind of idea. Well, I'll see if I can show you. We'll have to see if I can move stuff around well enough because I have a big old mess over here.
I'm gonna spend the next 3 days trying to get this stuff off my hands.
I don't know if you use Dawn dishwashing liquid.
Yeah.
It usually takes it off pretty well.
Alrighty. I decided I'm gonna try hand sanitizer. I've got some out here and see if I can get it to come off with that.
That might work. I don't know.
Well, it's doing better with that than with the baby wipe.
Yeah, the baby wipe doesn't take it off at all. I don't know why it doesn't, but it doesn't. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's in the back cupboard. Dear, which one are you? Yeah. I don't know. I may not have a piece. Oh, I don't think I have a piece.
What is it you're looking for?
Oh, I was going to show where I had done that. But I guess I don't. Well,
the Franken paper?
No, it was where I had used here, I'll show you. I had used painty paper for, and I'll show you the kind of paper I used it on because it was so ugly, or it was just so something I wasn't going to use. This is the paper like that I wasn't going to use because, you know, and it's not real cardstock weight. It's just sort of. And what I did was I just collaged a bunch of my painty papers on there. For some reason that one's bent, but you know, and I don't know why I cut that into 6-inch squares. What did I do that I was cutting it up that way? Have no clue. Here. But I just stuck big sheets of painty paper on this, and then I cut it up into, then I stamped on it. Oh, let's just do that. You got any you got any painty paper handy?
Yeah, I got painty paper.
Well, shall we just do one? I'm not going to use that though because I don't like that matte medium. I'm going to.
You're gonna make a masterboard. Is that?
Well, I'm going to just make one of these where I cut it up into postcards later. I'll have to show you tomorrow night. Oh, see, she's got painty paper already. That's even ready to go. You could just cut that up.
Yeah, I could just cut this up. That's what I was thinking.
What mine is too. I'm not going to glue. I'm just going to show you, and then I'll show you what I do next. Because I don't know why I cut those pieces into 12-inch pieces. But see, I just take like a couple sheets of painty paper, and I just kind of stick it on there with Mod Podge, right? Like that. So it's just stuck down with Mod Podge. All right, but instead of doing that today, I'm going to show you what I do next. Once it's stuck on there, then I take my funky stamps like these.
I need to work on this one then, I think.
Yeah, let me go back to little.
You can just keep it on you. That's fine.
No. I bought a handheld sewing machine in the hopes it will go through paper. Oh, for one, Julie, that handheld sewing machine probably. Teresa said baby oil takes paint off too, so baby oil might take off the stuff that's sticky on your hands. The matte medium.
Yeah.
the held sewing machine likely is a chain stitch. It's probably not an actual, it doesn't have two threads that lock together. It has a thread that makes us chain like this, and it's just one chain. And they do not sew on paper real well. They are kind of they're just not, they just don't do it as well as they should. Okay, so what then? So this piece would normally be stuck to this, right? I'll just use a little one. Okay, and it's got Mod Podge on it, the whole 9 yards. And then I go
So you're going to use black ink?
I'm going to use black ink. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my StazOn ink only because it's a bigger pad. The other ink would work great, but I like the bigger pad because I can get the bigger stamp all stamped.
That's why I have this.
Yes, and I probably will do that because I think I would like it. Okay, so now we're just gonna stamp on here. And this would be that big sheet, you know, and I'd just be putting stamps in kind of randomly. Okay. Let's figure out, oh, I've got this little one that might be cool. No, I'm going to use this. Where'd it go? It jumped off and went the other direction. There it is. And I don't worry. Oops. I do try to keep my stamp pad right side up. I don't worry if it's not perfect. It's not, doesn't make me unhappy. There we go. Oh, you know what? I think it would be fun. Let's see. Where did I put my little letters? Where did I put you? There you are. Okay, you probably can't see it, but I'm using an O to make circles. I like that. I have to remember that little trick.
That's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
I should have put that one in a different place.
Oh, it does have bobbins? Okay, Julie. See, it's hard telling because those little handheld machines are, you know, all different. If it has bobbins, then but the other thing is you can't sew in the middle of something. That's another part of it with those little handheld machines usually. I won't say that for sure because I have used very few of those. Okay, so now it needs some, little black dots or something. Let's see what we got here. And I think it needs some little white dots. Need some little glasses too. Just dawned on me, you could probably see better if I brought you in closer. Always remember that after the fact, you know how that goes.
Yeah.
There you go, Julie. That's it'll be good for fixing hymns, uh-huh. Of course, I'm going to have this all pretty, and it's 6 inches instead of 4 inches, so I can't mail it that way, but I can cut it off. But I would be doing this whole big 12-inch sheet, right? And I would just decorate the whole thing. When I decide I'm done decorating, then I just usually cut it up and turn it into postcards. This is getting...
What you're doing will work much better than what I'm doing. It would have been fine if I hadn't decided to use these mushrooms.
You don't like the mushrooms?
No, I like them fine. I just, it's probably when I cut them, the mushrooms will be in weird places.
Okay, well, if you cut it with the mushrooms, then and it's in a weird spot, you put a little word or saying over it. Because
okay.
that's why you're using permanent ink and permanent stuff to draw with. There you go, Julie. I used O, and now she's like the little V. The little V would work great for making designs. I'm looking at some of the other letters.
I love those leaf feathery things. I definitely want to make one of those this year.
I thought you had one like this.
Mine didn't turn out that good.
Oh, okay. I'm real pleased with that one. So,
I mean, I have some leaves. Some feathers, and they look like feathers, but that one looks like leaves to me.
Yeah, it's more of a stem.
Yeah.
Than
and I like that.
Oh, these pens have started making funny noises when I draw with them. I'm almost thinking that's done.
It's gorgeous. I don't think I would want to cut it up, but I don't know what you do with it that big except make an extra large card.
I honestly was thinking, I think the reason I cut these into 6-inch squares was I was thinking about doing an art journal kind of just like this.
Yeah.
With this size papers. Thanks, Holly. Well, Julie, we're going to do Carve December in December. So we'll be carving together. I'm not going to worry about doing 31 or anything, or doing one per day or whatever. Lisa and I are going to carve, and we'll make what we make.
Yeah, that's how I'm gonna do it too. Just enjoy the process and not worry about it.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm not going to make it a challenge. I'm just going to have fun with it. That's what I did last year. I ended up, I can't remember how many stamps I carved, but a lot. Um,
Yeah, more than 30.
yeah, I think more than 30. I carved some big ones. I carved some little ones. I love these round ones that I carved.
Yes, I love those too.
I
I like
love,
this one, but I like the way you did yours with the border on the outside.
uh-huh, yeah, this one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. But see, this one actually, there's three. Okay. I had the bag just a minute ago. There we go. No, that's not the one I did it with. Okay. These three are exactly the same design. And I love this one too because um, it's it gives you this cohesiveness that because they're all the same design but yet they're not. You could do exactly the same thing with this one.
Yeah.
Take that design and carve it three ways. Um, I don't think I did that with any of the others, but and I have learned too that there are stamps. Okay, there's stamps I carved in here that I just almost never use.
Yeah,
Um,
me too.
but these, like this, these little ones, I use them all the time. So I want to do more of those too because I use
Well, there's
them
so
a
many ways
lot.
you can use them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, you can make flowers. I made two different kinds of butterflies and a dragonfly from these two,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and now I'm making a flower.
Um, Julie, the big thing is it's now if you go and you buy the pink plastic stuff, rubber stuff, or the blue rubber stuff, then you have kind of some expense into it. With these erasers, I mean, these cost me $1 a piece, and these were little ones. I think they were about 75 cents a piece. And
And
so
these are a little bigger, I think, than those. Maybe not,
yeah, well, the one
but
is, and
but
I have
they were
some of
three for
those.
$1.47, and I got them three for $1.34 this year. Yeah, they're that size.
Yeah, um, and I don't know. I may have paid a little more than that for these because, um, but at the same time, they're still very, very reasonable. These little stamps, these ones that I got like this, these were in a package at the dollar store. There was like 10 or 12 of them in the package for $1. Now they weren't all flowers. There was this little butterfly, and then there was these different flowers, and I made different I just kind of took the shape and then carved something that was similar to that one in there.
Yeah,
I like this one too.
got some this year. Let's see if they're. I got two different sets of them.
Oh, those are cute.
I think those will be fun to carve.
Yeah, and see, and the idea is already there,
Yeah,
you know. Um, at the same time, the little balloon, you could use it totally different and make a flower petal out of it. Or the watermelon pieces,
yeah.
those could be
Could
flower
be
petals.
leaves.
Oh, those could be leaves. Yeah. So,
Anyway, I think it'll be interesting. I want to try to get a penguin and an elephant and a fox and an owl. I don't know how good I'll be at being able to do that because you really want to carve on the other side.
yes.
And so I'll have to find a way to try to transfer the image to the other side. But anyway.
Would just trace it with tracing paper, trace the image, and then turn the tracing paper with a pencil, and then turn it upside down on the other side and rub on it, and it should transfer.
Well, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't positive it would work, so I didn't want to say it out loud.
Well, I drew all of my designs on tracing paper with a soft pencil, and basically transferred them that way because I had them in a book.
Yeah. Well, I know on a circle or on a rectangle that will work, but those little shapes, I wasn't certain if it would.
Oh, if it doesn't have to be turned upside down. Well, if it doesn't, then you just have to go draw on it the other way.
Yeah.
But see, if I had made this piece big on a 12 by 12 sheet, then I could just cut it up into pieces.
You could still get a 4 by 6 postcard and a bookmark out of it.
That's what I was thinking. You could, and then you have a postcard and a bookmark. Yep. Let's see here. Which way do I like it best for? I think
this is the only thing I've carved on linoleum block. And it's harder.
Yeah, and
it's a lot harder to ink it and use it too.
Yeah.
But I really like that design. I think I did a really good job with it, but it's hard to use. Erasers are much easier.
There, see, now I have a postcard and I have a bookmark, and now I do one thing with my postcards, and that is I like to take and round the corners, because that way when the machine grabs it, it doesn't tear up the corners.
That's a good hint. Yes, Joan, the large round erasers came from Dollar Tree.
Yes, they did. And I think I saw some recently.
I did. I saw some not too long ago, but I've already got 3 or 4, so I didn't buy any more. But
yeah, I didn't get any more either because I had some. And they're really nice to carve, Joan. Those white erasers from Dollar Tree, I think they're some of the nicest ones I carve. They carve as nice as this white polymer eraser that Mary likes so much.
Yeah, and this was an eraser. It was from Monsters Inc., so it was really big, but it's not white, but it carves just like these.
Yeah.
Any of those erasers that I've gotten at Dollar Tree, I haven't minded carving on.
The big purple ones like this says "not again" or whatever, they don't carve as nicely as the white ones, but they carve pretty well. That definitely for the $1 and okay, so I screw it up. What happens? I've messed it up. I just, no big deal. You can erase things with it.
Yeah, or turn it over on those and do the other side.
And do the other side, yeah. So
you could probably do that with these too. I got these at Walmart, and they were, I think when I got them this year, they were 5 for $1 or something like that.
Mm-hmm. There we go. I have a. Oh well, wait a minute. We got to finish our postcard here.
Yeah. You need to stamp postcard on it.
That's what I'm getting ready to do. Let's see, which way is it gonna go up? It's got to go that way. So it's postcard on there. This little stamp is I've had it as of a week or so ago, 36 years maybe, I think. Yep, 36
Wow.
years. Yep. Jeffrey bought me this on our honeymoon.
That is cool.
Uh-huh. So I've had a long time. I have a Santa Claus and a wizard, and a mail shark. So now we have a postcard and a bookmark. And I'm tired. I hate to tell you this, guys, but I'm tired. So I am gonna go. Are you okay with that, Lisa?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
hi,
just fixing to
Joyce.
tell you that I needed to go, even if you didn't.
Okay. All right. I'm getting ready to go. We're gonna go. I don't know that I ever said hello to Joyce, but hi, Joyce. Um, anyways, guys, thanks for coming. Love you. And don't forget that we're going to be on Lisa's channel tomorrow night,
At
6 o'clock.
6, and we're going to jelly print on all these things we collaged today.
Yeah, the things we made today is what we're going to use tomorrow night. So we'll see you then, and love y'all. Bye.
Bye-bye.